Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Insight Beginner Author course. This first class is taken remotely, and it's a recorded session, and it's absolutely mandatory. It's more of an orientation to get you guys started. There will be a test at the end after you're already in the app right now, and we need you to take the test and pass with 100% to move forward. What we'll be going over very basic things that you need to know before you start the class, so it's fair for everybody to start on a level playing field. Oftentimes when I teach classes, people are coming in blind, and it's really not fair for the people who have done their homework and have gotten started and have made an effort to learn Insight. Analytics is really a skill. It's not just a tool that's just a part of our application, but we're really taking the approach to learn analytics and to learn how to build meaningful reports and dashboards. Okay, to get started, see I'm here on my landing page within Insight. And you see we've got a lot of measures and metrics and reports. These are great, but they're based off of a single location or a rolled up location. We really don't get a lot of comparison. And it's a little bit limited in the configurability. You can change the filters, but you really can't build anything on your own in here. So that's why we have Insight. Okay, so if we go to Insight, click on the pie right here, and I've already got it open in another window. And you can see here I have a dashboard already pulled up. I'm going to be referring to this dashboard time and time again throughout the class. But what I want to do before we really dive into creating a new dashboard and starting to build as an author, I want to start with an orientation of the landing page, the canvas, to give you an overall picture of Insight. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail. I am going to point out some very important things that will be on the test that you need to know to be able to work in Insight efficiently by yourselves. But you also need to know that when you're learning a tool like this, there's a lot of exploration and self-taught things that you need to understand, because it is a skill. In analytics is a skill, whether you're using our platform Insight, you might have Tableau, Power BI, Yellowfin. There's all kinds of analytic tools out there. And they're all very similar. The user interface that you work with, drag and drop with, are going to be different. But you need to understand the concepts of analytics and the tools so you can transfer your skill sets to any platform out there. Okay, so this is, and we're based on Cognos, right? So IBM Cognos is a business partner of ours, and this is a landing page that we have built within Cognos, which is our Insight reporting tool. Okay, so I'm going to start down here at the bottom left and work my way around the screen and end up here in the middle, kind of a clockwise fashion. So at the bottom left, we have this new button. And if you click on this new button, you should see what I'm looking at. Upload files, data module, dashboard, report, story, job, and other. Now, if you're only seeing a couple of these here, that means you don't have your author license set up. So how do you get your author license set up? You need to be an administrator or ask your administrator to go into security, go into users, and you're going to need to change your Insight permissions to author. Okay, so I'm just going to pick an example here, and you go into your application permissions here. You also have to have scope of work. And under your application permissions, you are going to see module permissions, report central permissions, and Insight permissions. Now, Insight permissions, you see this individual is not set up. So you can be either a consumer or an author. Now, you need to make sure that you are an author to be able to build and create dashboards, to be an actual author, to upload data, okay, to modify dashboards, to modify reports. So if you don't have this set up, you need to pause, get set up, and then continue on with the class. We have a bunch in our demo module, a bunch of licenses, but you're going to have two licenses. One is for administrator, and the other is for your use. You can purchase other licenses if you wish, but if you're taking this class and you don't have the author, you're going to need to find out who has those author roles, to basically take that access from them if they're selected author, you need to make them a consumer. And then after you save, log out, log back in, you can change your permissions to an author. Okay. There's a lot going on there. It's really not a part of this class, but you need to be an author. You're going to get nowhere real fast in this class. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. And I'm also going to show you a report soon in the demo, which is how do you find out who has those licenses? And that will be on the test. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's just close out of here. I'll go back into Insight. You see I have two windows open. This is always very handy. So you can jump back, browser windows up here. You can jump back and forth in between your application and also Insight. Okay, next button you're going to see here, full view. You might not be in full view like I am. You might have another toolbar here, which is your Insight toolbar, your ProcessMAP toolbar. But in this module, it automatically opens up, or this environment automatically opens up you into this full view. Now, full view is very important. This is going to be on the exam as well. Several things to know here. If you click on full view, you've got a much wider or a larger canvas to work from. Okay, things are easier to work with. 2, you're not going to time out in 30 minutes like you do in the application. Okay, and 3, you will open up, as I say, a new browser. Okay, so those 3 things are important to know. Now, moving on in our review. So this new button, sorry, step back. This will let you create new objects, okay? Upload new files, create new dashboards, reports. This is where one of the ways to start and build a new dashboard. Okay, your recent button are going to be a list of the 20 objects you've been working on most recently, whether it's a data model, a dashboard, a report, or whether it's an Excel file you've imported, all different objects. This is a very handy, quick way or a view to come in and access your work that you've been working on without going through the file structure here, either in My Content or Team Content. Okay. Now, if you open up one of these windows and it's grayed out, just click on the gray part and it'll collapse back. My portal pages are the portal pages that we have created for you in your dashboards. You may be familiar with this through previous orientation. These module dashboards, we're not going to cover this in this class. This is legacy content, and eventually this will be taken out of IBM's content for Cognos. Team content, this is very important. This is basically your shared file structure within Insight that all of ProcessMAP users have access to. Your company folders are going to be restricted to your users and your environment. So this is your landing page for everything in your environment. Here we have EHSQ demo. And we also have our author library. These are the data packages that you will be using to create new content, okay? And in these data packages are one of the ways to start a new dashboard. There are two ways. I can open up my chemical package, click on the ellipsis, and create a dashboard or a report. Okay, that's one way. The second way is here at the new that I showed you before. Create a new report or dashboard. If you create it from here, it's going to prompt you which data package. Okay. Now your data packages are going to be unique to your application at ProcessMAP and what modules you have purchased. Okay. Here I've got everything. I got the full Monty here. You may just have a couple. Okay. Going on to team content. ProcessMAP dashboards. These are the dashboards that are here in this file as well. These are what we call our production dashboards, and they're entered in by module. Now, my team is working on always building new content, new production content that's free for your use. And in a few minutes, we're going to review how to run one of these dashboards and modify it. So you can hit the ground running and start discovering data and modifying dashboards at your organization without a whole lot of skills needed in dashboard creation. All right. Also in team content, you have events. This is something that is more advanced. This is if there's an event that happens at your organization, you can create notifications. This is actually something that we have to develop for you if you are interested. ProcessMAP help. This is where you're going to find recordings, advanced recordings, additional recordings. So if you don't want to pay for a class that I teach to your organization, you want free content, you can always come in here, go to the training videos, click on this, and this will take you to additional beginner recordings and also intermediate recordings. You also have content, release notes, and reports inventory. Okay, to continue on in team content, we've got portal tabs. That's what I showed you right here. This is where this content lives.